Hello and welcome to a GCN indoor training session. This one is just 20 minutes long, but do not worry, it is still going to make us fitter. And if it's your kind of bag, it's also gonna hurt. The focus is to boost that all-important threshold power. So the maximum power that you could sustain for 1 hour. The power that governs how fast you ride up hills and how fast you ride on the flat. We're just pedaling steadily at the moment. We're going to ease ourselves in very gently with a nice 4.5 minute warm up. Now, let me do some introductions. Joining us for the ride today, we've got Lindsay and Matt on the front row. Then we've got Juliet and Tom on the back row. They are going to be suffering along with us and doing some good hard yards. Right then, as I said, we're warming up gently. We've got a minute of just gentle pedaling before the first of our cadence drills. So we're going to pick up the pedal speed up to 120 revs per minute, just for 15 seconds. The point of that is to start really stressing your cardiovascular system, so your heart and lungs, but without putting too much pressure on your leg muscles. So it just allows you to warm up gradually, ready for the hard work. And when I say hard work, I mean hard work. To boost your threshold power, you need to ride at threshold. So in just 20 minutes, we will be doing 14 minutes of threshold riding. But then, to add a little bit of spice in the mix, we are going to be doing some surging. So I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Get ready with your gears to get that first high cadence effort. Just 15 seconds to go before you want to raise the tempo to 120 revs per minute. Keep the gears light, and turn those pedals quickly. Ready? 5 seconds. 2, 1, and go. 120 revs per minute. Might feel a little uncomfortable, a little unnatural at first, but just keep them turning. And 2, 1, knock it back a bit. Back to some gentle pedaling. It may not feel like it's done much, but it's just getting you used to that hard work. Right then, back to our surges. What's that all about then? Well, to improve riding at threshold is very important, but even more important than that is your ability to just go above it and below it. So in real world situations, you might be riding up a long climb and the gradient just kicks up. It's that ability to get out of the saddle, ride over it, and get back to threshold. And then as an added bonus, that extra little bit of work is also going to really boost your overall threshold power. So it's going to be a really potent workout. Only 20 minutes, but I can guarantee you will be buzzing after it. All right, everyone, ready? We're going to lift the tempo again in 5 seconds. Want to knock it up to 120 revs per minute. And go! Keep those pedals turning quickly. Light feet, pick up your ankles. And go. Okay. Whew. Right, keep those pedals turning. Hopefully a little bit out of breath now. Maybe starting to get a bit of a sweat on. I know I certainly am. Right, not long now until we start our threshold work. So if you're thinking about your effort level, the first 1 minute 50 should feel hard, but not too hard. So no sprinting into that first interval. I want you to ride in gently, knock it down through the gears. So at the end of that 1 minute 50, you're feeling nice and warmed up. Okay? Breathing hard, but your legs shouldn't be screaming. And then at the end of that, we're gonna surge. Not sprint, but surge. Okay, think about your gear selection. Got 10 seconds to go before we start our first bit of threshold. Okay, 2, 1, off we go. It should be a very undramatic start to your hard work. Just waiting for the effort to come to you rather than going looking to make your heart rate jump rapidly and your legs burn. That's not what we're about. This is control. That's what we're looking for. Now, if you're thinking about resistance levels, keep it quite light, keep your pedaling nice and quick. If you can, maybe put your cadence up to 120 RPM. It won't feel like you're climbing tempo, but it should be simulating that nice, fast, flat riding feeling. How's everyone feeling? You getting out of breath? The effort's coming to you? Good stuff, good stuff. I know it certainly is with me. Right then, 50 seconds to that first surge. What's it gonna feel like? So it's not a sprint. I want you to imagine you're currently riding along a flat road, and in front of you, you can see a little ramp. It's short, and you could just simply sit in the saddle and power through it. That is what we're looking for. If you're lucky enough to have a power meter, you're probably gonna be looking to double your threshold power. So whatever that may be, 200 watts to 400 watts. If you're lucky, 400 watts to 800 watts. But it's just a short burst with a low cadence. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Think about those gear selections. Okay, surge, that's right, drop it down through the gears, increase the resistance. The bad news is that now you've just got to drop it back to threshold. No recovery, straight back to threshold. Try and breathe deeply, do the best recovery that you can while still putting out that power. Might help maybe to have a drink. It's only a short session, but you still run the risk of being dehydrated for the rest of your day. You're looking strong, guys. I like it. Keep that cadence nice and fast. Light feet. Put your heels up. But do the work. Okay, we've got another minute before our next surge. Even though we've only been riding a few minutes, you can still feel that effort starting to build. My lungs are working. My heart's 175 beats a minute. I'm gonna be buzzing after this. Everyone's looking good and solid on the bike. Upper body's nice and still. Okay, 15 seconds to our next surge. The little ramp in the road is in front of you. I want you to knock it down a few gears, lower your cadence, and just push through. Surge through it in 2, 1, go! That's right, looking good, guys, looking good. And we're off it. Back to threshold. No recovery, back to threshold. How's it feeling? Tough? That's what we're talking about, because you have only 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go. So make it count. Keep that cadence nice and light if you can. Simulate fast, flat riding. As well as allowing you to respond on climbs, to changes in gradient. It's also going to allow you to respond to changes of pace in a race or on your club run. The difference between sitting in the wheels and going through and doing your turn on the front. It's all super important, but done in a nice controlled way on your indoor trainer. I don't know about you, but I'm breathing in some serious lungfuls. Okay, 30 seconds until our next surge. Keep drinking, keep drinking. 10 seconds to go. Let's start thinking about changing down through those gears for another 15-second surge. And ready, go! Power through it, come on. Over that little ramp, up the crest. Put out some watts. Okay. Woo. Back to threshold. If you're cursing those words right now, then you're doing it right. No recovery. We're gonna get an hour's worth of hard work into just 20 minutes. We've got less than 10 minutes to go. Only a few more surges to come. Now, if you're wondering a little bit more about effort levels, then our guide on the right-hand side of the screen refers to the duration of the interval as well as how hard you're trying. So a 10 out of 10 effort for an hour is very different to a 10 out of 10 effort for 15 seconds. So you need to think about how your body's feeling, and then you need to translate that into what we're asking you to do. So right now, 10 out of 10 effort level, you're gonna be hurting, but not the same as when you're surging for 10 seconds. Keep thinking about your breathing. Get as much oxygen as you can in. This is about long, intense efforts, and that is gonna be super important. Okay, another surge in 10 seconds. Get ready for it. 5, 2, 1, and surge, come on. Power through. Your legs should be hurting, screaming, and knock it back. Back to threshold, back to threshold. Try and recover as best you can. If you need to stretch your legs, get out of the saddle, but no soft pedaling. I want you to lean on those pedals still. Nice work, Tom. Stretch those legs, but keep the cadence high. 110 RPM. It's a big ask. It might feel unnatural, but then that's kind of what training's all about. You stress your body, then when you get out on the open road, you go faster. Simple as that. How's everyone feeling? Yeah, good stuff. How the heart rate's looking? I'm at 180. Anyone trump 180? I'm at 180. Yeah. It's all right, there's more to come. I'm gonna hang in there. It's only 6 minutes 50 to go. Okay. Jokes aside, that kind of heart rate at effort level 10 is certainly about right for me. Particularly indoors, it's a bit warmer, running a little bit hotter, as you can probably tell. So my heart rate's gonna drift up. Okay, surging in 5 seconds. Change those gears, ready to push through the next little rise on the road. Go! Three, 2, 1, and back to threshold. It should be really biting now. We're not far off the end of the session. Just 6 minutes to go. Keep putting the power down, but keep those pedals light. I've got a tendency to drift to pedaling slower, so I need to make a conscious effort to get those feet moving. If you're wondering why it's just hurting so much, It's not just because it's a 20-minute session. It's because Dan Lloyd was the one who invented it. And he isn't here right now. He is making us suffer. Another minute before our next surge. How's everyone doing? Lungs starting to go yet? Breathing hard. That's right. Not long to go to that beautiful warm down. And then, like I said, you're gonna be buzzing for the rest of the day. Take a big drink. Okay, starting about those gear selections. We've got just a couple more ramps to come, 2 more surges. Think about following those wheels, dropping your riding mates, winning that race in 1, go. That's right, surge. 5 seconds to go. And back to threshold. Back to threshold. Effort level 10 for a reason. This is gonna hurt, but we're all gonna make it. It's not long now. We're all in the same position, all in the pain cave. The last nail is going into the box. If that's the case, you've just timed it right. Not long to go. Look at that timer. 3.5 minutes before you can get off, have a drink, put your feet up. I might have a shower, possibly. Picture how much faster this is gonna make you go. Think about how much time you're gonna knock off that PB. Think about hanging on to that group ride for a little bit longer, or putting your friends in the pain cave on the chain gang, or nailing that sportif with big long climbs. We're all training for the Maratona de los Dolomites, and we're all gotta be working on our threshold power for that. Okay, we're nearly there, guys. Okay, 20 seconds to the last surge. Good work, Lasty. That's what we like to see, mate. Bit of pain, visible pain. Yes. 10. Right then, surging in 5. Go. Surge, surge, surge. Ah. Big gears. Just lever it over. And we're back. We're back. We're done. That's it. Knock it off. Gentle spinning. Ah. How's that? Anyone cross-eyed? Just me. Yeah, good stuff. Bit of cross-eyed. That's good work. Finishing heart rate is up to 185, just a casual 185. Just keep those legs turning. If you can, if you've got anything left, just keep that cadence nice and light. It's a short warm down. You might want to do longer, but if you've got to be somewhere, if you've got to go to work, your dinner needs to come out of the oven, then just keep it short. Keep those gears really light. And just wait for your effort to come down. You could, if you're really hardcore, just wait for the next GCN indoor training session to load. You just keep pushing through, but can't imagine why anyone would want to do that. But still, the option is there. You might get a bit more recovery as well with a warm-up. So who thinks you're going to be climbing faster after that? Yeah? Matt's going to be climbing faster. We're hitting some pave next week. It's going to help for that. Short, intense bursts, bit of recovery. Right, just 10 seconds to go. And then we can climb off, knowing that we have done some seriously good hard work. Seriously good hard work. Well, that was one epic 20-minute session. Well done, everyone. That is gonna hurt, but like I said, it's gonna leave you absolutely buzzing. Now, if you're not too sweaty to start touching your laptop or your phone, the first thing you should do now is make sure you subscribe to GCN. It's completely free. To do it, just click on the globe. And then, you probably don't fancy it right now, but in a couple of days maybe, jump back on the indoor trainer and saddle up for an Alta Badia marathon climb with Dan Lloyd. That video is just down there. Or for 20 minutes of pain, fat burning pain, click just down there for that one. Woo.